Hello everyone, welcome to Crazy Science Hub. Today we are going to discuss about materials separating methods. This is chapter 5 of class 6. Already we have posted one video, that is part 1, and this is part 2. In the previous video we have learnt about mixtures. A mixture is a combination of two or more substances. Then how to separate this mixture? Let us learn in this video. Methods of separation. Today we will discuss some simple methods of separating substances that are mixed together. Hand picking, winnowing, sedimentation and decantation, sieving and filtration, crystallization, distillation, sublimation, chromatography. Let us go to the lesson. First method is hand picking. Do you know how stones are separated from rice? Yes, stones are separated from rice and pulses by hand picking. Hand picking is a method of separation where substances are separated from their mixture by picking with hand. This is possible only when their sizes are sufficiently large. Second method is winnowing. When farmers thresh their crops, they get a mixture of husk and grain. How do the farmers separate husk and grain? Yes, on a windy day, a farmer stands on a high platform and allows the mixture of grain and husk to drop slowly from the flat pan. You can see the picture, children. The wind carries the husk forward and the grains fall vertically downward. A separate heap of grain is formed. This method of separation is called winnowing. Husk is very light as compared to the grains, and farmers use this property to separate husk and grain. Next method is sedimentation. Take a mixture of soil and water in a glass tumbler and keep it undisturbed for some time. What do you observe? Yes, you will find that the sand and mud particles in the water settle down at the bottom of glass tumbler. These are called sediments. You can observe the picture. See here, all the insoluble impurities are settled at the bottom, leaving all the clean water at top. This process of separation of mud and sand is called sedimentation, and this is done continuation with decantation. After sedimentation, the tumbler is gently lifted. The tip of the tumbler is inclined on the edge of another tumbler without disturbing the sediments. The water gets separated from mud, that is sediment. This process is called decantation. Here a picture is given for you example. Next method is sieving and filtration. How will you separate tea leaves from tea? Yes, tea leaves are separated from tea using a strainer. Which property helped in separation of tea leaves from tea? Let us see. You must have seen flour being sieved in the kitchen. The flour particles are very fine and pass through the holes of a sieve, but the husk particles, being large, are left on the sieve. Here an example is given for you. Do you know how farmers separate bigger grains and smaller grains? Farmers separate grains which are bigger in size from the smaller ones by sieving method. The bigger grains are then used as seeds or sold at higher prices. Children, can you separate mud from muddy water using a sieve? How small should the pores of the sieve be to do this? We can use a piece of cloth to do this, or we can use filter paper instead. What is filter paper, children? Filter paper is a sieve made of paper which has very fine holes. We can filter very small particles using this type of sieve. This process is called filtration. You can see the picture, children. The filter paper is inserted in a funnel where all the solid residue is left over in the filter paper and the clean water is collected in the another beaker. Can you separate salt from salt water by using filtration method? No. Why? Because the pores in the filter paper are so minute that we cannot see them with our naked eyes. Think how small the particles of salt dissolved in water are if they are to pass through filter paper. Then how to separate salt from salt water, children? Yes, by a method called crystallization. How to do this crystallization? Heat some salt water in a beaker over a flame. Stir the solution with glass rod. Continue heating till all the water in the beaker has evaporated. What do you see then? Crystals of salt remains in the beaker. We can separate sugar from sugar solution in the same manner by using the technique crystallization. What do you learn from crystallization, children? Salt can be separated from salt water by heating. Some dissolved substances can be separated from the liquids by heating. On heating, water evaporates and dissolved substances will form their crystals. So, this method of separation is called as crystallization. Next method is distillation. Have you seen ever? Before administering injections to patients, doctors mix injection powder with some liquid. What is it? Is it water or any other liquid? Yes, that is liquid and it is known as distilled water. What is meant by distilled water? It is nothing but pure water. Do you know where does this distilled water come from? How to prepare this distilled water? Let us see. To get our own distilled water, what we have to do? We need water, 2 flasks, 1 whole rubber cork, delivery tube, Bunsen burner, stand. How to do this technique? Fill a flask with water. Close it with a cork having a hole. Take another conical flask with a cork having hole. Connect both flasks with a delivery tube, which is fixed with a condenser. Now heat the flask containing water using a burner. Then what happens? After some time, water vapor goes into the second conical flask through delivery tube. The water vapor will slowly turn to water. This water is called distilled water. It is free from all types of impurities. What do you learn? Impurities can be removed from water by distillation. Next method is sublimation. Here, this technique is used where the two boiling points of two substances are different. How to do this process? Let us see. We need mixture of camphor and powdered salt, a china dish, a funnel, cotton, stand, burner. How to do this process? Take a mixture of camphor and powdered salt in a china dish and cover it with a funnel as shown in the picture. Now we have to close the tube of the funnel with cotton plug. Place the dish on a stand and heat it with a burner. What do you see? When camphor is heated, it transforms to gaseous form without changing into liquid, leaving the salt powder in the dish. On reaching the cotton, it gets cooled. The gaseous form of camphor changes directly into a solid without going to the liquid state. What do you learn from this method? The process in which a substance changes directly from solid to gaseous form and vice versa, that means gaseous form to solid form, is called sublimation. The next method and the last method is chromatography. This is a novel method of separation. Can we separate colors from a mixture of colors? What do you think about it? Let us do an interesting activity, that is a chalk with different colors. What is our aim in this method, children? To separate colors from a mixture of colors, that is ink. What do we need? A stick of white chalk, ink, plate, water. How to do? Take a whole stick of white chalk. Around the curved surface of the chalk, put an ink mark with the blue or black ink. Now pour some water in a plate and keep the piece of chalk in the water. Ensure that the water in the plate is very little and does not touch the ink mark. Observe the color patterns that form on the piece of chalk after some time. Remove the chalk before water reaches its top. What do you see after some time? Different colors are formed around the chalk from the bottom to top. You can observe this picture. What do you learn from this method? The ink appears to be made of a single color, but it is actually a mixture of many colors hidden inside it. Those colors can be separated by this method. Separation of substances is a very important scientific activity and is also important in our daily life. We are using different types of separation techniques for various purposes to get desirable qualities material. Thank you, children. Thank you for watching this video.